Hey guys, Matthew here. In this video I'm going to talk to you about the Uncanny Valley and what you might want to do when things aren't kind of working out with your particular method of trying to get a material onto a surface. So here we have a whole bunch of weird looking faces, which you get when you type in the term Uncanny Valley. And fundamentally the Uncanny Valley is a psychological response to things that are not quite human. So we really like healthy looking humans, like, so you can talk to your friend or your family or another person on the street and you won't have a aversion to them. But we, for the same kind of reasons, we don't really like zombies because they're very human-like, but they aren't quite human, which is why a lot of these faces and are just kind of really, really creepy. If you want to, I'll link to a very famous video by Pixar with a very freaky baby that made people really take focus of this actual phenomenon in CGI and rendering. But this is the crux of the issue, right? If something's not going to look quite right, you are much better off moving away from Polar Express and Kubo Girl and towards The Incredibles and Snow White and Simpsons. The reason why a lot of the Pixar and CGI animated characters are made to look like caricatures rather than actual realistic people is because of this kind of quite simple fact. So what can you do? The first option is, and I'll put a link in the description as well, is to learn how to texture technically in a much better way and design the materials into that workflow, which can be extraordinarily time consuming. The other way, which is probably much faster and easier to achieve when you're on a rush, is to perhaps do the texturing work manually in Photoshop after the fact. So to do this in your V-Ray asset editor, you just want to untick these boxes and choose the colors to be so let's just turn off the bump and normal mapping here and choose the colors to be what you need them to be for the scene to work. So I want all the bricks to be red. And now my material is red, for example. Just render this out to show that that's true. Voila. A bright red wall. So they're fundamentally your two options. You either get really, really good at texturing, and there's a lot of knowledge around that, or you merely kind of turn it off and fake it in Photoshop. So that's all for this module. And in the next one, I will show you how to begin to actually change some of the settings to get a better quality image and get rid of some of this graininess that you might not be actually wanting in your final image. So that's all. I'll see you in the next module.